Hello everyone, if you're new here, welcome to my channel, and if not, then welcome back to another one of my videos. And welcome to my last video of 2022. I cannot believe I'm saying this, but this is my last video of the year. I won't have any more videos until my wrap up and TBR comes out, and that's crazy. Honestly, it is quite crazy, but I thought, why don't we end it off with a really fun video wrapping up all of the books that I have read this year and talking about my top 10 reads. I feel like it is a perfect last video for the year, and actually my next video after this one will mark my 1-year anniversary on BookTube, which is also crazy. I cannot believe that it has been a year. Before we get into my top 10, I wanted to talk about a few things. Number one, hope you all had a great holiday season. I definitely did, and I also hope you guys enjoyed my Vlogmas, which was freyleyce. It was a bit of a mess, and then admittedly, I don't know why, but I thought that I needed to do videos until the 25th instead of the 24th, and so I was freaking out because I spent the 23rd and 24th at my brother's house, and I was like freaking out. I was like, I cannot film here, I cannot edit here, I cannot do anything. And then I was like, hey girl, 5 days is actually until the 24th. And so literally it was totally fine. But I hope you guys enjoyed the videos that I had. I feel like I had a great mix of fun collab videos, end of year wrap up videos, and recommendation videos. I was particularly happy with a lot of them. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it as well. Hope you had a great holiday season. And I wanted to introduce my new hair, also my new setup, but my new hair. I decided to get it dyed a little bit lighter, and you can see here she really went for some gray ashy shit, and that part I wasn't particularly happy about, but I just basically went for a bit of a lighter color. I'm naturally a blonde, and my hair had gotten a bit dark, and I was like, let's go a bit lighter. So right before Christmas I decided to go a bit lighter, but I already pre-filmed all the videos, and I was like, it's okay, I'll make my lighter hair debut on the 29th, so here we are. And then my updated background, my godmother gave me a very, very fucking big and long pothos plant. I feel like I want to call it pothos, but I think it's pothos. I'm pretty sure that's how she pronounced it. But anyway, she gave me one of her pothos plants, and I was like, I'm literally so thankful right now, but look how big that is, guys. It literally just goes straight down to almost the end of my bookshelf, and it blends in so well. So that is a portion of my new background, but I am not sure how long that's gonna stay there, because I'm thinking in the new year I'm just gonna go back to how the setup was before the holiday season, now that I don't need this Christmas tree here. So anyway, we're gonna get into today's video. I want to talk a little bit because I feel like I haven't filmed in fucking ages, even though I was editing so many days before Christmas. It was so funny. Anyway, today's video is also a collab with Sophia Ann from Books with Soph. She's a bit more new to BookTube, but she has an Instagram account as well, and I just love her because we read pretty similar books. She reads a bit more contemporary than me, but she has such great posts on Instagram. She inspires me to get my ass together for my Instagram posts. But anyway, today's video is a collab with her, so she will also be doing her top 10 reads of the year, and you guys need to check that out. Make sure you do. It's down in the description. I'll link her channel and her video. So she's pretty close to 500 subscribers, so make sure you go support her. Hit the subscribe button on her channel, and yeah, thank you very much to her for joining me. I am very excited to see her list, and let's get into mine in a moment. But I wanted to highlight before I do that I'm gonna be doing top standalones and top series, so this one is gonna be a mixture of both. Some of them are just ones that are duets or something, because I never know what category duets fall into. So annoying to me. And trilogies, because in my mind that's a trilogy, that's not a series, but I have to categorize it as a series because I'm not doing top trilogies of the year. But anyway, wish me luck on sorting that mess out, because I don't know what my top standalones are, let alone my top series. But this one is gonna be top reads. They're gonna be specific books within series. One of them is a series together, because I often see it as a whole series, I don't know. And then a few others are just gonna be ones that I feel I haven't talked too much about yet. I've been doing a lot of top 10s, best of, and I love doing them. But I also want to give you guys some new books in these top 10s, not just the same books in a different order with a different subject. So these are gonna be top reads for sure, but there are gonna be a few others that I feel couldn't fit into other categories because they're not a series, they're not a standalone because they're a duet, something like that. So anyway, let's get into the video now. Thank you very much for watching. Happy New Year and Happy Hanukkah as well. I'm pretty sure the week of Hanukkah ends right after this video comes out, so Happy Hanukkah if you celebrate, and happy almost 2023. Guys, I'm so organized with my shit right now. I'm getting all of my mood boards, my everything organized, and I'm having so much fun because that's just me. I love doing that. But anyway, let's get into these top 10s now because I haven't filmed in a while. Can you tell? I'm ranting a bit. Also guys, I'm kind of loving this hair. It's a perfect balance of what I had before and what I want it to be. So anyway, first book on this list, A Kiss of Venom by Bina Can. Who's surprised? I read this at the beginning of December, and I don't think there's been a video go by that I haven't talked about it. Maybe it was my specific trope recs, or maybe it was my steamy books, I don't remember, but I feel feel like there's been very few videos that I haven't talked about this book. That's not surprising. I love this book so fucking much. So the heroine in this one, Ghislaine, she's like a federal agent. I really don't know what she is, and so we're just calling her a federal agent, but she gets in a car crash and she's in a coma for 3 years. And because there's like a little bit of a retelling sprinkled in here, the heroine, Alexander, comes to the hospital where she's at and like takes care of a loose end. He kills somebody, and then Ghislaine's daughter is like, "Random stranger, will you kiss my mommy so she'll wake up?" And he's like kind of confused, but he's like, sure. And so she does. And then she realizes that he is in fact the Bratva mobster that she's been hunting for a very long time. And then from there they just get like thrown in each other's path like a lot, and they have this like undeniable chemistry and they can't get away from each other. It's hot. The plot is so good. There's twists and turns, and every like single emotion between them is just so good because it's written beautifully, it's written perfectly, it's hot because Alexander is hot, and it's just so fun. And I actually wanted to comment on this. You guys know me because I don't really love a lot of like single parent tropes, but this one I was a little like hesitant at the beginning because I was like, oh, I don't really like the single parent trope. I just find most of the time that I think these characters are shit parents, so I just tend to not read them. But then this one, I actually enjoyed it. I'm never gonna say that I love a single parent trope, but I enjoyed how this single parent was written in here because I feel like she was really struggling to get back to her life, and that meant she couldn't really be like a mother to her daughter because she was like in a coma for 3 years. She didn't raise her kid while she was in that coma, right? Like she was really struggling to get back to that, but he was just like so attentive to that, like, oh. And him and her kid, oh, it was great. So this will probably be my forever favorite single parent romance because I won't be reading more. But yeah, A Kiss of Venom, it just has everything. That's it. It has everything. Okay, this is the series that I was talking about. This is the Legacy of God series by Rena Kent. There's like God of Malice, God of Wrath, God of Pain, and to me they're all just like in one world, so I'm gonna classify it as a read. There is 3 books so far, and then the 4th book comes out in fucking August of 2023. Like, what kind of bullshit is that? It's like warranted and kind of obvious because she has another trilogy coming out in the meantime, so like she couldn't have released her new trilogy and then like instantly released. I don't remember what the 4th book is called, the one that's coming in August, but anyway, she's releasing something in between there, so it makes total sense. But I'm just still pissed that we have to wait till August for this book, but just because I loved this whole series, like it as a whole, I love the dynamic of it, and I love Rena Kent's writing in this one. I have read a bit from her before, but I feel like her writing in this has just like leveled up, and I feel like it's so much more enjoyable. It's a bit more sophisticated, it's a bit more fancy. She wrote it, I feel like, a bit better than her other stuff. Her other stuff kind of felt like high school dark romance, and this one kind of felt a bit more sophisticated, and that's what I really love about this series. Like, I love all the characters, I love how she writes the smut scenes, the plot, the dynamic between the characters. She just brings that to life really well. So yeah, this is definitely a top read. It will be a top series because even though it's only 3 books right now, it is planning to be like 6 books, I think. So yeah, it's a top read and it's a top series. I love it all. Russian Ruin by Catherine Wilcher. This is surprising nobody, and this is a duet, so I couldn't include it in top standalone, so like this is the only spot that it's gonna be, but best believe this book is like at number 2 right now. Okay, don't ask me what number 1 is because I don't know, but it's at number 2, and the second book doesn't come out until January, so still, as of now, it's a top 10 read. Can't be a top 10 duet or anything. Not that I read enough duets to do that though. But yeah, Russian Ruin by Catherine Wilcher. It's a 2nd generation book. Same with Legacy of Gods actually, and I've learned that I'm loving 2nd generation books. I don't know, they're just hitting different, and like the connection between the past characters that I already know, the family dynamics that I already know, like it's just hitting different recently, and I'm loving that more authors are doing that. Like, that is amazing to me. And so Russian Ruin, yeah. Catherine Wilcher, she is one of my favorite authors because every time she just bangs it out of the park, no questions asked. It's just like so good every single time. Yes, I have favorites versus like least favorites from her, but like she does it so good every single time, and I love it every single time. This one is my top favorite from her right now. Russian Ruin is just so good. It follows Eldir and Ella, and they are like best friends from their childhood, and then they like hate each other because they broke each other's heart, and he's like, no, I can't be near her, and they're both like, I can't stay away from you, but I shouldn't be near you because on her side he broke her heart, and on his side he just shouldn't be near her because, well, there's multiple reasons, but one of the main ones is that her dad is like Dante. I don't remember his last name, but like Dante is the perfect anti-hero, the perfect touch her and I kill you hero. He is everything, right? And actually Eldir is also everything because he doesn't give a fuck about that. He's like, I love your daughter, that's that. And I don't care if you're like gonna kill me, beat me up, punch me, whatever, do what you need to do. I love your daughter and I'm not leaving her. That's what he gets to at the end of the book, right? Because there's a bunch of obstacles in the way before that. But yeah, I just love it. It was so good to me, and I'm anticipating that second book so much. Catherine Locher had to delay the release from December 16th to January, I believe, and I honestly don't even care what her reasoning was for it. It's valid. She deserves everything. I love her as an author and as a person, so yeah, I'll be reading it when it comes out, and I'll be supporting her forever, basically. The Isle of Sin and Shadows by Carrie Lake. Now this is gonna be another top standalone as well, because, oh, this was so good, because it was so fucking hot. To me, like the spice in this one, I shouldn't say spice actually, it wasn't too spicy, but the smut in this one, oh, it was so good. And also the balance of the like plot in this one as well. It's a gothic and creepy like southern romance, and the vibes of that was just everything. I loved it. It was perfect for spooky season. It was, yeah, very gothic, and I just really enjoyed the vibes from this book. It was very atmospheric, aka the vibes. And that made for like a really great book. And the plot in this one, there was a lot of like ghost stories and haunted creepy stories, and I really enjoyed that. So yeah, this is definitely a top favorite read. It is going to be a top favorite standalone as well, but I wanted to include it here because like it's that good. Losers by Harley LaRue. This is another duet that I couldn't include in a standalone or a series, so here it is. This one is newly completed. Part 2 of this duet came out at the beginning of December, and it is so good. I said this before, but I feel like not a lot of people have talked about this. Everyone knows The Dare by Harley LaRue. Everyone knows Her Soul to Take, but nobody is talking about this book, and it's pissing me off because this was so good. Yes, it doesn't have a lot of plot. Yes, it only has character growth. Yes, it has a lot of smut, like a lot, and every kink imaginable on this list, but I just feel like more people need to read it, and it's not talked about enough. I feel like Harley LaRue kind of take a little break, so maybe like the hype died down a little bit about her, but I think it should go back up again because this was so good. There's not really much to say about this one. It follows the original couple from The Dare by her, which was a novella, and there was like sharing scenes in there, so this one is an expanded reverse harem on that, and I just feel like the way she did that was the perfect way to do that. There was no other way that I could have seen her expand it other than that, and I was a little skeptical. Like I said this in my TBR of it. I was like, I'm gonna be reading this one this month. I'm a little scared because like she wrote The Dare really well. It was a great novella, but I'm very interested and a little bit hesitant to see how she expands that. And honestly, I forgot that I even said that because I was like, this was so good. This was so smooth. This was great. So yeah, that's Losers by Harley LaRue. It is literally so good. You guys need to read it. Please do. And yeah, I loved it. It was so fun. It was also one of my hottest books of 2022. So if that doesn't convince you to read it, then maybe this did. Bitter Heat by Mia Knight. And I want to talk about this one because Bitter Secret, which is part 2 to this either duet or trilogy, I am unaware, that comes out in January. It comes out January 11th, and I know some of you, including myself, have been waiting so fucking long for it, so I'm very excited to say that. I read Bitter Heat back in like June, July, and I was obsessed with it. I actually have it on my shelf. I don't know why I didn't pull it out, but I loved it so much because of the tension between Roth and the heroine Jasmine. His first name isn't Roth. His first name is like James, I think. James Roth. That fits. But yeah, he was just super hot, number one. He's a perfect anti-hero, and I didn't know this, but a lot of people are apparently pissed at her for writing James as a hero, and I'm like, literally, why? Yes, he's so fucking annoying and so fucking aggravating, but he's not annoying in the way that, like, I hated him as a hero, but he's annoying in the way that he just, like, won't sit down and talk about the issue with Jasmine. He's, like, so fucking petty about it, but she is too. And so this is, like, the epitome of a toxic romance to me because it was, like, yeah, they just couldn't sit down and have a conversation. And that didn't annoy me, actually, because the tension in here just, like, defeated it all. It was so good. And I was made recently aware that there's a few haters of this book, but I am not one of them. I am a complete stan of this book. I'm so excited for Bitter Secrets. I will recommend this book for a very long time. I know a lot of you comment on here saying, like, do you know when Bitter Secrets is coming out? I finally do, guys. January 11th, it will be here, and I'm so excited. We don't see the cover yet, so I'm also very intrigued to see what the cover reveal is. Probably that's coming like early January, I'm gonna say. So yeah, Bitter Heat, one of my favorites of 2022. It's a like marriage and trouble kind of thing. They are like reconciling themselves, and there's just so much tension and so much hate between them, and it's so good. And yeah, I'm so excited for Bitter Secrets. Okay, what I want to talk about, because I was thinking about this one this morning, and I had no plans to put it on this list, but then I was thinking about it, and I was like, you should put it on the list, girl, and that is Bullseye by Monica James. So I read this one in June, and I wasn't having a great like reading time, but this brought me back out of that. I was like, yes, but why I kind of like banished it from my mind after recommending it like maybe twice was because the second book in this duet was terrible. Like it literally, it was a shit show. It was horrible. I feel like this book could have just been a standalone and I would have been perfectly fine with it. So that's kind of why I like didn't talk about it for a while, but Bullseye by her, I really enjoyed that. That was great. So it follows a ex-con hero about, yes, and a stripper heroine, and it is everything. I'm also pretty sure there's a single parent trope. I don't remember though. I feel like it is. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. But the second one, I don't remember what that one was called. I don't know, it's something in this duet. It was really not very good. So that's why I don't talk about it too much, because I feel like I can't recommend it as a duet. But this one here is one of my top favorite reads. And this one being Bullseye, the first book. So it's one of my top favorite reads, but it's not my top favorite as a duet, because that duet was literally terrible. Okay, the Grip Trilogy by Kennedy Ryan. It might be a favorite series as well, but I feel like I want to talk about it now because it's just so good. So this one, it's a really like heartfelt romance, and that's why I love Kennedy Ryan, especially in this book, because it's just so heartfelt. The emotions are coming off the page in this one. It is a cheating romance, and I'm looking back now, like I should have recommended this for my specific trope recommendation video that I published on like Christmas Eve day, because I feel like this is a bit better of a cheating book than the Love Kills trilogy, because yes, I mean the Love Kills trilogy, it's totally valid, it's fine, it's on there, it is a cheating romance, but this one I feel like it just did it better. Weirdly, there was the more like emotions of a cheating romance, and so that was kind of like I was like I feel like I should have taken that one back and switched her out. But I still recommend the Love Kills trilogy, obviously, but I just feel like this one did it a little bit better. Anyway, the Grip Trilogy, cheating romance, rockstar romance, and amazing soulful romance. I don't use that word a lot. Like most of these, you can feel their love, you can feel the connection, and I'm not saying it's mainly the spot that you're there for, but like you can feel it, but there's just something different about those certain like soulful, beautiful romances, because they just like come off the page and they're just like so beautiful, it's otherworldly. That was an awesome description, wasn't it? But anyway, this is the Grip Trilogy. It follows Bristol and Grip, and it's like basically their tumultuous relationship of like literally everything. The fact that he cheated on her, the fact that he is her brother's best friend, the fact that she's white and he's black, the fact that he is a big rock star and she is his manager, and then like a few other facts, but I can't say that because that's gonna spoil it. But it just, yeah, I don't know, it's so good. I loved it, and it's one of my top favorite rock star romances, but also one of my favorite because it's just like so soulful. How many more times can I say that, guys? Like every time I talk about the Grip Trilogy, I feel like it's just like a next level kind of romance that has those feels that are so fucking good, and that's just what this book is to me. Like I'll forever remember this book. I mean this series, this trilogy, sorry, because it's just like so good that way, and it's just next level to me because of that. Okay, next I see Obsidian Brotherhood by Delaney Foster. I didn't want to add this to my like top 10 series of the year because like there was something stopping me from it. I was like, I don't know about this one. It just doesn't feel like it's fitting to be there, so it's gonna go here instead. Because like these are all my favorites, and see guys, it's really hard for me to rank things here, okay? I know I do like tier rankings a lot and I love them, but like when it comes to ranking favorites and you ask me to put them like 1 through 10, it's impossible. So I kind of just had to let that go for this video because I was like, I'm really trying my hardest to be solid in all of these top 10s that I've been doing, but I feel like I'm gonna look at it like in a month and be like, no, you girl, you were lying. But that's fine because right now I feel like it's valid. The Obsidian Brotherhood series. It's 4 books because the 4th one is coming soon. And I was bored one day and I decided that I should sign up for an ARC for it. So yeah, I did that. I'm not an ARC person. I'm not an ARC reader because I just feel like they stress me out too much and I don't want to disappoint the author, and I don't want to like, also and when like an author PR firm, I don't know how to say that really, when they take over like doing the ARCs, they stress me out because I'm like, gotta be all like fancy when I'm typing, gotta like answer like an email requesting my partnership for something, and I'm like, so yeah, they scare me sometimes, so I just tend to stick to reading it how I want to read. Also, I'm a huge mood reader, so if I have an ARC and I don't enjoy reading it because I'm not in the mood for it, well, that's shitty. So yeah, that's why I've been sticking to like just release books recently, but I got an ARC of the 4th book in here, which is called Judgment Day, because I was so excited for this hero's like story, so I didn't really give a fuck, so I signed up for the ARC. Don't know if I got it actually. It's coming out in January. I think January 26th or something like that. So anyway, this series, it's a like Devil's Night reimagined series. It's a bit more new adult, or no, young adult actually, but like it's not young adult in the way that like there's no smut scenes and stuff like that. It's new adult in the way that the character's younger. I don't know how to describe that, but yeah, the character's younger than the ones in Devil's Night, I think. Devil's Night, I think it's a few years after they graduated high school. This one, I feel like they're in high school, grade 12, or just graduated. I don't remember. But anyway, yeah, it's a really fun series. I really enjoy it. It's like a secret society vibes. Devil's Night, like I said, reincarnated, kind of similar. I feel like you shouldn't compare them competition like. You should compare them because there's similarities. They are very similar to each other, and I enjoyed it. So my last one on this list is Forget Me Not by QB Tyler. Shout out tension and angst for this one. For real. Because this book, it's just like had the most tension and angst that I've ever fucking read. And oh, guys, y'all, I have a book that I'm so excited to talk about in my wrap up because I feel like it was giving the same vibes as this, and like that tension of a like relationship in trouble or like marriage in trouble, divorced couple like getting back together, something like that. And yeah, that tension to me, that angst is everything. And this is one of those that did it best, in my opinion. Yes, you shouldn't go into it thinking it's gonna be the best book of all time, but if you're a mood reader and you're in the mood for some like tension and angst, then read this, because that's what I did, and it literally gave me the best tension and angst you could ask for. I was totally in the mood for something like that, and that's what it gave me, and so I was very happy. Okay, everyone, that is my top 10 reads of the year. These are a little jumbled. I wasn't too happy with this list. Yes, these are my top favorites, but I don't know if they're my top 10, and I was feeling a little indecisive, so, you know, I did my best for this video. Shout out to Soph for collaborating with me on this video. I was very happy she wanted to, so, yeah, make sure you check out her video down in the description, her video and her channel. Give her a subscribe, guys. Seriously, love her videos. She is a full-time student like me and still creating content, so shout out her. So, yeah, she's doing an amazing job. Make sure you go check out her channel down below. Yeah, welcome to the end of the video. Thank you for watching. A little bit of a rundown for my content in the new year. Guys, I'm planning it. I'm literally planning till fucking February. I know you guys asked me to do a most disappointing reads of 2022 video, and I'm trying my best for that one. I am really unsure of where to put it in my schedule, but I'm gonna make it work. It's my birthday on January 3rd. I'm a Capricorn, and yeah, I'm just very excited for my birthday. It's on a fucking Tuesday though. Who said that was okay? Because, like, you just fucked my whole plans. Like, nobody's gonna want to come see me on my birthday because they're working or in school. And I'm like, what the fuck am I supposed to do? Because I'll be doing both, you know? Like, I'll be working and I'll be in school on my birthday, and it's a Tuesday. I might actually take that day off and just say, like, guys, I'm not answering anybody's calls, emails, texts, nothing. Unless it's a happy birthday, no. But anyway, make sure you keep an eye out for some really fun content coming in January, because I'm gonna do my top 10 standalones, my top 10 series, and the very anticipated bookshelf tour. The very anticipated bookshelf tour, so that's coming in the new year. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. My links for everything, my wish list, my Goodreads, my Instagram, and my email for brands, readers, and authors, whatever, down in the description. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video very soon, which will be fucking next year.